Google is officially dropping support for Nest devices. And if you own anything in the Nest ecosystem, this is something you cannot afford to ignore. Over the past couple of years, Google has built a reputation for changing directions quickly. But this announcement directly impacts real homes with real hardware. These hardwares are installed in walls, ceilings, and HVAC systems, so it's crucial that you listen to this video. In this video, I'll explain exactly why and what Google is shutting down and why this matters far more than most people realize, and how you can make smart home decisions now instead of having to react later. Google has confirmed ending support for several Nest devices and services, which means those products will no longer receive feature updates, long-term security patches, or guaranteed app compatibility. In the smart home world, support is everything because all these devices rely heavy on cloud service to function properly. While the support ends, automations can fail, remote access may degrade, and integrations and other platforms can quietly break over time. Even if your device still works today, the moment the updates stop, it can become increasingly fragile, like a smartphone, an old operating system, or old smart home standards as they continue to evolve. What feels like a minor announcement today can slowly turn into a major usability problem over time, and over the next 3 years, I think Nest is going to be completely eliminated or bought out by another company. The larger concern here is that this isn't an isolated decision. It's part of a long-standing pattern from Google. Nest users have already seen products rebranded or merged into Google Home, or quietly abandoned, often with limited communication to the end consumer. When you install smart home hardware, you're not just buying a gadget. You're committing to an ecosystem that should last for at least a decade or more. Thermostats, cameras, and doorbells aren't phones you replace every 2 years. They become part of your actual home. Repeated shutdowns and project changes undermine consumer confidence in a company and make it risky to build a home around a platform that doesn't consistently demonstrate long-term commitment. If you already own Nest devices, this doesn't mean that your smart home is just going to stop working tomorrow, but it does mean that the clock has started ticking. Unsupported devices often continue functioning in a reduced or unstable state for many years, but issues tend to appear gradually and become more and more complex over time. Integrations may stop syncing correctly, features can disappear without warning, and future iOS or Android updates can suddenly break app access. It's that quick and that simple. Homeowners are then forced into rushed decisions, often replacing perfectly good devices and perfectly functional hardware simply because the ecosystem around it has collapsed. The smart move is to assess how deeply Nest is embedded in your smart home and create a slow, intentional transition and a new plan rather than waiting for someone to tell you that this device has failed and no longer works in your home. The situation highlights why platform choice is far more important than individual products. A reliable smart home ecosystem should prioritize long-term support, transparent roadmaps, and at least some sort of local control so your home doesn't completely depend on cloud infrastructure. Systems built around open standards and interoperability tend to survive platform changes much better than closed cloud ecosystems. So you're going to want to look for that logo that says Matter. That means it's interoperable power. When a platform allows flexibility, you can swap devices over time instead of ripping everything out all at once, and that can be frustrating. The goal isn't to chase the newest feature, it's to build a smart home that still works reliably 5 or 10 years down the road. If you want help evaluating your current smart home setup or deciding which platform makes sense for your smart home long term, you can book a one-on-one tech support call with me, and I'll walk you through your options step by step so you don't have to worry. Right now, the best thing smart home users can do is slow down and take inventory. Identify which devices depend entirely on Google's cloud, understand which features you can actually use daily, and avoid adding new hardware to the ecosystem with an uncertain feature. This is also the perfect time to start learning about flexible platforms, local control options, and emerging standards that reduce vendor lock-in. A smart home should quietly support your lifestyle in the background, not force you to constantly worry about product announcements, discontinued apps, or surprise shutdowns. Smart home technology should feel like a long-term investment, not a gamble. By understanding what's happening with Nest and making intentional decisions around what you choose to put in your smart home, you can avoid frustration, wasted money, and rushed replacements later. The smartest homes aren't built on hype or brand loyalty. They're built on stability, flexibility, and planning. I'd encourage you, download my free ebook today on how to start your dream smart home in just 14 days to avoid all the exact mistakes that many Nest users are dealing with right now. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned about where Nest currently stands in 2026. If you did enjoy this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more smart home content coming soon, and I really appreciate you watching today's video. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll go ahead and see you in the next one.